Legend of Yufei Chapter 6.
The chapter itself starts poetically. Something about drifting life.
Yeah, it sets the mood straight away. A drifting life, and that old saying, things each have their owner. It really creates this atmosphere of destiny, like something significant is meant to happen.
And that leads right into the horse appearing.
It does. This magnificent horse shows up, but it's mysterious at first. The text gives these incredible dimensions, like 10 feet long, head to tail, and maybe 8 feet high at the back. Huge.
Wow, that's a big horse.
Massive. And it describes its features. A head like a rabbit, eyes like copper bells, small ears, round hooves, light tail, broad chest. But the key thing, it was totally covered in mud. You couldn't tell its actual color.
Covered in mud. Okay. And Yufei's reaction? Is it instant?
It really is. That's what's striking. This horse is clearly wild, untamed, but the moment Yufei, they call him Master Yu, gets near it, there's this immediate connection, almost magical.
So the horse just submits.
Completely. It's submissive to him, doesn't dare move. The text suggests this intrinsic link, like the horse knew him.
And the stable hand, what's his take?
Oh, he's terrified. Standing way back, far away, the text says.
Oh, can't blame him.
Right. But Yufei is just calm, confident. He tells the stable hand, basically, it's fine, I've got it. Come on over and clean it for me.
So they wash it. Where?
At a small pond nearby. And as they're washing off all that mud, bam, the reveal.
Let me guess. It's not a muddy brown horse.
Not even close. It's revealed to be pure white without a single mixed hair. Just stunningly white.
Wow. Pure white.
And Yufei is just overcome with joy. You can really feel it in the writing. This isn't just any good horse. It's clearly something special. A horse of legend, basically.
Okay, so he has this incredible horse. What happens next? Does he just ride off?
Not quite yet. The story emphasizes the support system around him. First, he goes to his father-in-law, Li Chun, the one who technically gave him the horse, to say thanks.
And Li Chun is.
Very humble about it, kind of dismisses it, oh, it's nothing. But then he adds to the gift, providing a good saddle and bridle, too. Real generosity.
Nice. So he gets the full set.
Pretty much. And then his mentor, Xiao Tong, this really revered figure in Yufei's life, sees the horse all kitted out.
And what does the mentor think?
He's impressed. He just exclaims, bravo! You get this sense of shared excitement, like Xiao Tong sees the potential in this pairing of hero and horse.
It feels like things are really coming together for him. But the horse still needs a test run, right?
Exactly. And Xiao Tong suggests it. They're outside the gates of Nihuang County, and Xiao Tong says something like, my son, great horse, but how does it run? Why don't you ride out? I'll watch from behind.
A little challenge from the mentor.
You could see it that way. And Yufei doesn't hesitate, grabs a whip, lets the horse go. The description is fantastic. 4 hooves, turning cups, running forward. Just pure speed.
Like lightning.
Pretty much. And Xiao Tong gets caught up in it, too, whipping his own horse, trying to keep pace.
Haha. Even the mentor has to push it. What about the poor stable hand?
Left in the dust. The text says he could not keep up, ends up sweating and panting. It just emphasizes how extraordinary this white horse is, and frankly, Yufei's skill in riding it.
So they ride back.
Yeah, back to the manor gate, and then there's this nice little touch. Xiao Tong pays the stable hand 5 kuan of silver. Just a small, customary payment, but shows his consideration.
Okay, so let's unpack this whole sequence.
Right.
What does it tell us about Yufei at this stage? It's more than just getting lucky with a good horse, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. It's a test almost immediately. His innate connection, that calming presence with this wild animal, it shows leadership potential, right?
An intuitive kind of leadership.
Exactly. It foreshadows his ability to handle powerful forces later on. Plus, it confirms his skill as a horseman. And the horse itself, it becomes this powerful symbol.
A symbol of his destiny.
I think so, a tool for the hero he's meant to be. And it also highlights how crucial his support system is. His family, his mentor, they're all part of equipping him for what's ahead.
It's a powerful image. But then the story shifts quite dramatically, right, after this high point.
It does, very suddenly. Almost right after this exhilarating ride, Xiao Tong, the mentor, gets sick.
Just like that.
Just like that. He goes back to his study, it feels hot, then boom, blurred vision, headache, chest pains, chills, fever. It hits him hard and fast, forces him straight to bed.
Wow, that's abrupt. Life turning on a dime.
It really underscores that fragility, doesn't it? Even amidst celebration. And the text makes a point of showing Yufei's devotion. He rushes to his master's side immediately, serves him, stays with him anxiously for 7 straight days. It speaks volumes about their bond, that loyalty.
Was it just Yufei, or did others rally around?
Oh, the other disciples too. They were all deeply concerned. visiting, fetching doctors, even consulting diviners. There's this sense of collective distress. Everyone clearly respected and loved Zhu Tong deeply.
So after 7 days, things aren't looking good.
No, his condition gets critical, and Zhu Tong knows it. He asks Yu Fei to bring him all his belongings, the boxes he came with.
Preparing for the end.
Yes, and he gathers his disciples, he calls them his worthy younger brothers, and tells them straight. He says his illness has entered the marrow, and he knows he won't be long for this world.
That's heavy. Does he have regrets?
He expresses humility, actually, says he's ashamed that I have drifted through life with no savings. So he offers his few belongings as basically a souvenir, a memento for Yu Fei, representing his discipleship.
A small gesture, but meaningful.
Very. And then he asks them to handle his funeral. Please, worthy brothers, prepare my humble funeral.
Does he have specific instructions for that?
He does. He asks Wang Ming about a specific burial spot, an open space southeast of Liuan Mountain. Apparently, Wang Ming's son knew it was family property.
And Wang Ming agrees.
Respectfully, yes. And Yu Fei immediately kneels down to thank him, though Wang Ming quickly pulls him back up. It's a moment of deep respect and grief.
But isn't there one last really important piece of advice from Zhu Tong? Something like a prophecy.
Ah, yes. This is crucial. His very last words of advice are directed to his other 3 disciples. He tells them, if you want to become famous, you must not leave Pengju.
Pengju. That's Yu Fei's courtesy name, right?
Exactly. So he's essentially telling them, your future success, the fame of your own lineage of students is tied to him. Stick with Yu Fei. Don't leave his side.
Wow. So that's basically making Yu Fei the designated successor, the key figure for all of them.
It's incredible foresight, isn't it? Like strategic succession planning right there on his deathbed. He's ensuring his legacy continues through Yu Fei and making sure Yu Fei has the support of his peers. It's a command, really. Rally around this guy.
And then he passes.
Immediately after saying that, the text says he chokes on phlegm and dies. It even gives the exact date. Xuan He, 17th year, 9th month, 14th day. He was 79 years old.
So specific.
It grounds it historically. And the grief that follows is just immense. Yu Fei weeping bitterly, everyone present sharing that sadness. Pretty major loss for young Yu Fei. And Yu Fei is in deep mourning for his foster father. It immediately sets this very somber tone, doesn't it? But also dutiful.
Oh, absolutely. It's a powerful start. The text details how the Wang family, they're his friends, his patrons, they arranged this elaborate burial at Liquanshan. We're talking 49-day rituals, monks, Taoists, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
But what's really striking is Yu Fei's own response.
Yeah.
He builds this simple reed hut right there by the tomb and just commits to guarding it, totally absorbed in grief and duty.
That level of commitment, it's intense.
It is, and it tells you so much about filial piety in that context. I mean, this deep respect and obligation, even for a foster parent, it really establishes his character from the get-go. Immense integrity, devotion, foundational stuff for the legend later.
And it mentions his friends are there, too. The Wang sons, Wang Yi, Tang Wai, Zhang Zhen, they're visiting him.
Yeah, constantly. They're accompanying him, keeping him company in his vigil. It shows that his devotion, while intense, is also recognized and maybe even expected by his community. So for you, the listener, it's just this vivid illustration of how deeply felt these values were and how public. He's not just grieving alone, he's performing a recognized social duty.
Okay, but even a duty like that can't last forever, right? Time moves on, it becomes February, the Qingming Festival.
Exactly, the traditional time for honoring ancestors. And this is when the elders step in, especially Old Master Wang. They've got a new mission for Yu Fei.
Which is?
To get him to leave the tomb.
Ah, why now, specifically?
Well, the text is pretty clear. His own mother is back home, and she's unattended. So the elders argue that his duty to his living mother now outweighs the vigil for his deceased foster father. It's a really crucial turning point.
A conflict of duties, essentially.
Precisely. How do you balance that intense personal devotion with, these broader family needs?
And Yu Fei, he's not having it at first. It says he refuses again and again.
He really digs his heels in.
And this is where his Horn brothers get involved, right? Wang Yi suggests something pretty direct.
Yes, direct is one word for it. Wang Yi basically says, let's just tear down the reed hut.
Seriously?
Yep. And Tang Huai and Zhang Zhan are immediately like, great idea, and they actually do it. They dismantle his shelter.
Wow, that's intervention.
It really is. But it's framed as this kind of compassionate, cuff love. They see his grief, they respect it, but they also see the bigger picture, the family, the societal obligations. Tearing down the hut forces the issue.
Leaves him no choice, basically.
Exactly. He cries, he bows to the grave one last time, and then he thanks the elders. He accepts that this phase is over. It really shows how the community could step in, to ensure balance, even overriding intense personal feeling for the sake of collective responsibility.
Okay, so the hut's down, the decision's made. The four brothers, Yu Fei, Wang Yi, Tang Huai, Zhang Xian, they find a spot, have a meal. What's the vibe now? What are they talking about?
Well, the focus shifts pretty quickly. It goes from grief right into, ambition. Huai says something like, good, you're finally going home to your mother. Relief.
Okay.
But then Xingqian brings up something else. He's worried their skills, literary and martial arts, are getting rusty. And he asks the big question, how are they going to pursue Gongming?
Gongming. Okay, explain that a bit. It's more than just fame, right?
Oh yeah, much more. It's achievements, reputation, a successful career, usually through merit in civil or military service. It's about making your mark, contributing to society, gaining recognition. A very important concept.
Got it. And Yu Fei's response, given he was just mourning.
It's quite poignant, actually. He basically says, look, Gongming isn't really on my mind right now.
Yeah.
Because of his foster father's death. Understandable.
But his brothers don't just let it drop.
No way.
Uh-huh.
Wang Yi pushes back. He says, yeah, gratitude is important, we get it, but Gongming matters too. And he kind of implies that if Yu Fei, their leader figure, loses his drive, then they'll all lose theirs. Peer pressure, maybe?
Definitely sounds like it. So there's this tension.
Absolutely. You've got Yu Fei dealing with his personal loss, his grief, and then you have his brothers immediately reminding him of this public societal duty, the need to achieve, to strive. It really highlights the pressures these young guys were under. Balancing the personal and the public makes you think, how do our own life events shape our ambitions versus what society expects?
Right. And just as they're having this pretty deep conversation about life paths, something happens.
Yeah, total change of pace. They hear this rustling in the tall grass nearby.
And Wang Yi, being Wang Yi,
ever impulsive, he just kicks into the grass and out pops this person, terrified, begging for mercy. They think the brothers are bandits. Wang Yi even jokes, demands treasure.
Oh, wow. So mistaken identity.
Completely.
Yeah.
But it gets serious fast. Yu Fei immediately steps in, clarifies, no, we're good people just mourning here.
Okay.
And then the person spills the beans. There's a real bandit operating nearby, a place called Luwan Zhou Gang. Apparently, he's been robbing travelers quite aggressively. This person was part of a group, like 20-something people, trying to sneak past.
So they were the ones hiding, thinking our heroes were the threat.
Exactly. But once they realize Yu Fei and his friends are scholarly gentlemen, a term of respect, they relax and tell them the whole story about this bandit holding up merchants.
Sets up a bit of drama.
It certainly does. And Yu Fei, he just calmly directs them towards Neihuan County, tells them they'll be safe going that way. It's a small thing, but you see that protective instinct already.
A little foreshadowing, maybe?
Could be, yeah.
So the travelers leave. Yu Fei suggests, okay, let's pack up too, head home. Makes sense.
Seems logical. But Wang Gui, he's hooked by the bandit story. He wants to go check it out.
Oh, boy. What does Yu Fei think of that?
He's initially dismissive. He actually gives this pretty insightful moral judgment on the bandit. Says he's the type who only cares about immediate wealth, not future consequences. They're like, why would we want to see someone like that?
And practical too, right? They don't have weapons.
Exactly. Yu Fei points that out. We're unarmed.
But the brothers aren't easily deterred, are they?
Not at all. Zhang Jian gets this bright idea. We can just pull up small trees, use those as clubs, and then he throws down the gauntlet. Are four brothers afraid of one bandit?
Ooh, calling him out.
Pretty much. And then Tang Huai piles on, saying something like, if we're ready to face thousands and armies, why would we fear one lousy bandit? It's classic peer pressure, but maybe something more, too.
What do you mean?
Well, the text tells us Yu Fei's internal thought process. He thinks, if I don't go, they'll think I'm a coward.
Ah, so it's about reputation, honor among brothers.
Exactly. It's not just adventure seeking. It's about maintaining his standing, his respect within the group, and maybe, just maybe, a little spark of wanting to do something about this bandit.
So that pushes him over the edge.
It seems so. He agrees to go. But then, interestingly, he takes charge. He tells the servants, you guys go home. And he warns off anyone else wanting to tag along, saying it's too dangerous.
So even without wanting to go initially, he steps up as the leader.
Right. It's a fascinating moment. His personal feelings kind of give way to this sense of duty to his brothers, protecting his reputation, and maybe this emerging sense of leadership. No official rank, no real weapons, but he's making the call. It feels like this is where the scholar starts becoming the hero. Luang Tao Gang, Chaos Grass Mound. Sounds ominous.
It does. And our main guy, Yu Fei, he's with his 3 sworn brothers, one of them, Tong Huai.
And they come across this situation. There's a bandit, a very formidable-looking one, holding up, 15, 16 travelers?
Yeah, quite a crowd. And the description of this bandit is something else.
It really is. The text says, face like black lacquer, dudon yu, and large stature as you.
Big guy.
Definitely. And he's got the gear. A steel helmet, steel chainmail armor, Drew Hugh.
Impressive stuff.
Underneath that, a black silk robe, Su, and it's all cinched tight with a belt. Plus he's on a black horse.
And the weapons.
Ah, yes, the weapons. Wielding 2 4-edged steel maces, Uchuni Fes. I mean, this is not someone you want to mess with.
Absolutely not. Which makes Yu Fei's reaction, well, quite interesting.
Right. He looks at this guy, all kitted out, rough looking, and his immediate thought is,
True Shu again. Basically, he's thinking, this guy's crude, kind of rough, I can outsmart him, but maybe shouldn't try to fight him head-on with force.
which tells you a lot about Yu Fei right from the start, doesn't it? He's a thinker.
Absolutely. Brains before brawn, at least initially.
So, Yu Fei, he tells his brothers, hang back, watch this. And he goes forward, alone, unarmed.
Bold move.
Very. And he starts talking to the bandit, but diplomatically. He acknowledges the bandit's turf, using that old proverb, Siro.
In the mountain, eat the mountain. By the water, eat the water. Basically, you make your living where you are.
Yeah. It's a fascinating approach. Why do you think the bandit, who seems so fierce, actually listens?
That's a great question. Maybe it appeals to some outlaw code? Or maybe just pragmatism. Like, okay, this guy respects the rules of the game, sort of.
Could be. And Yu Fei plays on this. He says, look, I'm a big merchant. My real goods, the carts, they're coming later. Let these small guys go.
The small business people.
Right. Let them go, and I'll give you a much bigger gift later.
And amazingly, the bandit buys it.
He does. He lets the terrified travelers run off.
Okay, so they're gone. Now what?
Now the bandit turns to Yu Fei and says, all right, where are these goods you promised? And this is where it gets really good. Yu Fei basically says, my goods, my partners, right here. And he holds up
His fists?
his 2 fists. He challenges the bandit to a fight. Says if he, Yu Fei, wins, the bandit gets zip.
Wow. That's incredibly confident. Almost reckless, but there's a strange kind of fairness to it.
And the bandit's reaction is just as surprising, isn't it?
It really is. He's got these huge maces, but he says, okay, fine, fists it is. He agrees to fight barehanded, too.
There's definitely some kind of rough honor code happening here. So the fight starts.
It's quick.
Super quick, the bandit throws a punch. Yu Fei just slips aside, dodges, ends up behind him.
Ah, he's smooth.
The bandit spins, throws another punch, aiming for Yu Fei's chest.
And Yu Fei.
Dodges again, slips to the left, and then bam!
Okay, break that down.
He whips out his right foot, kicks the bandit square in the left ribs, and just knocks him flat on his back. Over.
Just like that. One kick.
One kick. And the bandit, who will soon learn is Niu Gao, is floored. Literally and figuratively.
He must be furious and embarrassed.
Oh, yeah. He screams, "This is infuriating. I could die." And he pulls out a sword.
Oh, no.
He tries to kill himself right there. Commit suicide.
Wow, that's extreme. The shame must have been immense for such a physically imposing guy.
Totally. But Yu Fei reacts instantly. Grabs him, wraps his arms around his waist to stop him.
Good thing he was quick. What does he say?
He downplays it completely, tells him, hey, we didn't even really fight. You just slipped, your boot slipped, you fell down.
He gives him an out. Saves his life and his honor, in a way.
Exactly. So Niu Gao, probably stunned, asks Yu Fei who he is, where he's from.
And Yu Fei tells him, Yu Fei from Kulin Village.
Mm-hmm. And then Niu Gao asks this crucial question about someone named Master Zhu Tong. Ah, the plot thickens. Why Zhu Tong? And what happens when Yu Fei answers? Yu Fei says Zhu Tong was his late godfather, or teacher Osia.
And that changes everything.
Instantly, Niu Gao just bows down. Right there. He realizes he's just been beaten by the godson, of the very master he was seeking. He apologizes for his offense.
That's a massive shift. So Niu Gao wasn't just some random bandit.
Not at all. They sit down on the grass, and Niu Gao explains. He's from Shangxia, from a military family. His father, on his deathbed, told him to find Master Zhu Tong to learn from him, make a name for himself.
So that was his goal all along. But why the banditry?
Well, it turns out he'd arrived at this chaos grass mound, found another bandit leader here, killed him, took his armor and horse Tia, scattered the guy's thugs.
Took over the operation.
Basically. But he says he needed the money, partly just to survive Fall, but also to get a proper introductory gift for when he finally met Master Zhu.
Wow. So his motives were complicated, not just greed. It was tied to fulfilling his father's wish and respecting the master he hoped to meet.
Exactly. It totally reframes him. He wasn't just a bad guy. He was desperate, trying to follow this path laid out for him.
It makes him much more sympathetic, actually.
It does. But then there's more bad news. Yu Fei has to tell him Master Zhu Tong passed away last September. Yudo
Oh, man, after all that.
Yeah. And Niu Gao had his mother nearby, hiding in his stone cave.
Awesome.
He takes Yu Fei, his brother's there, tells her the news. She's heartbroken, obviously.
What a terrible blow for both of them.
It is. But then Yu Fei, showing just incredible character, steps up. He says, look, come with me. Come to my home in Wangjia village. You do.
He offers to take them in.
Both of them. Niu Gao and his mother. And he promises Niu Gao, I'll teach you martial arts, and even literature.
Yeah.
Like he'll carry on Zhu Tong's legacy himself.
That's incredibly generous and significant. He's essentially adopting Niu Gao, stepping into the mentor role Zhu Tong would have filled.
It really is powerful. It shows that shared connection to Zhu Tong created this instant bond, this sense of responsibility in Yu Fei.
Forging brotherhood out of conflict.
Precisely. So they all travel to Wangjia village. Yu Fei's mother, Madame Yuan Renwo, welcomes Niu Gao's mother. They arrange for them to live together.
That's wonderful.
The whole village is pleased. The elders, like Wang Yuanwei, throw a banquet.
Celebration.
Yeah, and they suggest that Niu Gao should formally become sworn brothers, refeel with Yu Fei and the others.
So it's official now, from bandit and victim to brothers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's almost where our segment ends. We see the five of them, Yu Fei, Niu Gao, and the original three brothers, practicing spear and staff techniques on the village threshing ground.
A new beginning. Training together.
But just as they're practicing, someone's watching. A mysterious figure, peeking and looking around.
Oh.
From the woods nearby.
Oh.
Yeah. And one of Yu Fei's brothers, Wang Yi, spots him and challenges him. So the story clearly has more twists to come.
Absolutely.